Greetings, friends. Thank you for joining me for a little bit of breath work. Today, I want to work into how to get a very deep 3-part breath. So this is great if you're a total beginner. It's great if you have a lot of stress and you need to decompress. And it's also just lovely to help you feel a bit more relaxed, no matter what your circumstances are. So we'll actually start laying on the back. I suggest you have a thinly folded blanket to slightly elevate the head. So as you're ready, you can ease your way down onto your back. And as you recline, make sure the blanket is only under your neck and your head, but not your shoulders. Lay knock-kneed. Feet are about 1.5 feet apart. Knock the knees together. And reach the arms out to the sides, about 45 degrees from your torso, palms facing up. Really iron out the spine so the back feels symmetrical. And allow the eyes to relax and or drift shut. And just begin to feel your breath. As you inhale through the nose, expand the belly, the ribs, the heart. Exhale through the nose, roll the breath down the ribs, back to the pit of the belly. Repeat this a few times, just taking deep, slow breaths to begin to ground into the pranayama. Letting your system settle. One more, inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale through the nose and completely release the breath. Now begin to focus on expanding the belly with the breath. So as you inhale, expand the navel up and as wide as you can, expand the belly. Exhale, allow the belly to soften and drop towards the spine. Continue to focus on the belly primarily. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, release, let the belly relax as you let the breath go. Continue to focus on the belly. Inhale, abdomen rises like a pot belly. Exhale, the belly drops. One more breath into the belly. Inhale. Navel spreads out as high as it can. Exhale. Release the belly. At the bottom of the breath, pull the low belly back a little bit and begin to focus on the ribs. Inhale, expand from the top of the navel out into the ribs. Side ribs expand wide. Exhale, feel the ribs narrow like a corset and hug in lightly as you release. And then continue this. Inhale, expand the ribs 360 degrees. Side ribs out, front ribs up, back ribs back. Exhale, ribs narrow and soften. Twice more like this. Focus on the ribs. As you inhale, expand from the top of the navel. The ribs become bulbous like a beetroot. Exhale, ribs narrow and drop. Last one, focusing on the ribs. Inhale. Ribs expanding. Focus on the back ribs moving down into the floor. Exhaling. Now shift the focus to the chest. Inhale, expand the heart up and out as wide as possible. Exhale, feel it soften and drop. And repeat. Inhale, expanding the heart wide up and out. Exhale, feel the heart soften. Inhale, expanding the breastbone up. Expand the pectoral region. Expand under the shoulder blades. Exhale, feel it soften and narrow. Once more, chest breath. Inhale, expand the upper chest. Exhaling, releasing. Now let's integrate the 3 parts once again. Inhale, expand the belly. Expand the ribs wide. Lift the heart. Exhale, feel the ribs soften. Feel it all funnel back to the lowest part of the belly. And again, inhale, belly, ribs, heart. Exhale, releasing steadily and slowly. Inhale, belly, ribs, heart expanded. Exhale, releasing and narrowing. Last one like this. Let the breath be as slow and profound as possible. Exhaling to offer the breath out. Go ahead and breathe naturally, however you wish. Curl the knees into the abdomen and interlace your fingers around your shins loosely. Maybe rock just very mildly side to side. Keep settling the mind. Go ahead and roll on to the right hand side. Press yourself upright. And we'll come into a seated position. And take this blanket that's been under your head and fold it in half once more. So you have a slightly thicker seat, if you will. And then go ahead and take a seat on the blanket. Come into any cross-legged position that feels good to you. I like to sit in Siddhasana, Adept's pose, tucking one foot close to the pelvis and then placing the other foot directly in front. Both knees on the floor. Hips are elevated above the knees by just a little bit. Rest the palms down on the knees here. Join the tip of the thumb and index finger together lightly. And allow the eyes to close. And start to return to the 3-part breathing, which we call Dirgha Swasam. That's what you just learned on your back. So as you inhale through the nose, expand the abdomen, expand the ribs, expand the heart. Exhale through the nose, roll the breath down the ribs, all the way back to the pit of the belly. Now repeat, inhale, expand that belly, the ribs, the heart. And I want you to hold the breath at the top. So you're just going to pause and hold the breath in, just for a moment or two. And now exhale very slowly with the 3-part breath. And when the lungs are empty, pause with nothing in the lungs. So hold the breath out for just a moment or two. And repeat, inhale, expand the belly, the ribs, the heart. Hold the breath in. Exhale through the nose, roll the breath down the ribs, slowly releasing the breath. When the lungs are empty, pause with empty lungs and hold the breath out for a moment or two. Repeating, inhale. And hold. Exhale. And hold. Without straining, inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale, emptying. Hold at the bottom. Empty lungs, empty mind. 2 more. Inhale, 3-part breath expansion. And hold. Exhale, steady, slow release. Hold the breath out. Inhale, last one. Hold. Exhale. And hold the breath out. Now take a deep breath however you wish. Let it free the breathing. Exhaling completely. One more deep breath any way you wish. Inhale. Exhale. And then allow the eyes to open. And just notice the medicine of the calming breathing. Notice the medicine of just taking some time to focus and settle your breath into a deeper rhythm. I hope this benefits you, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.